Overrated and underrated Chicago happenings.
Chicago happenings? I don't know. Lollapalooza is overrated?
Overrated.
I mean, I'm saying that, but I've never actually gone. But every time I look at the lineup, I'm like, this doesn't look appealing to me. And it's
Well,
too
that's because
expensive.
you like weird music.
I like Riot Fest, which I would say is,
Underrated.
even now, I don't know, it might be overrated at this point too. I didn't go this year.
I'm just not a big, like, massive musical fest type of person. Call me lazy. I don't like being on my feet for that long. I don't like waiting in lines. I don't like being dehydrated.
I think we're a little old for this conversation
We
too.
are
With
a
the
little
concerts.
old. Okay, so
I like sitting down and listening to at the Lyric Opera House. I would say that's probably underrated, actually. Well, I don't know. I've gone before and was almost falling asleep.
okay, lakefront yacht tours.
Lakefront yacht tours, like the Odyssey and
Princess, yeah.
Okay, those. I've only gone on a couple. I would say
Food is terrible
yeah, food is not good. I would still probably say underrated.
for the skyline.
Yeah. What about like architecture boat tours?
I love that.
I still think that's underrated.
No matter how many times we have visitors in the city and they're looking for something very Chicago to do, I love going on the architecture
I think
river tour.
I think most people would probably say it's overrated because it's talked about so much.
Yeah, but you learn so much.
I know, but I think it's like a must do when you're here. I would say it's underrated because if I was to say one thing for someone to do downtown that's never been to Chicago, it would probably be the architecture boat tour.
Yeah, walking the Mag Mile.
Yeah, walking the Mag Mile.
Overrated?
No, I think
If you don't mind crowds.
don't mind crowds. Depends when you go to. The Mag Mile, Magnificent Mile Lights Parade, whatever.
I'm going.
You are going.
Yeah.
That's right. You went last year too.
No.
I would say that's a tough one too. It's underrated and overrated in different ways. Underrated, I think it's such a awesome experience and they light up Michigan Avenue, but overrated for the crowds.
Yeah, the crowds are always overrated.
You're
but
best off like getting a dinner reservation way early in the year at like Grand Lux Cafe or somewhere that can overlook
Yeah.
it, right? I would say that that's the way to kind of experience the Mag Mile. But as long as we're going in downtown, I have an idea for something that's underrated, but I'm going to say first, the Bean.
Overrated.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's just such a cool structure.
It's unique, though. It's unique.
It's really unique.
Because Boston has one right now or something, too, and it's not as good.
It's just kind of like, how is this constructed? How did they do this? Where are the breaks in this
It's cool
thing?
from a
But you go-
architecture or from public art display.
Yes, but you stand next to it, you see your reflection, you take a bad selfie.
Well, the
and
fact that
you're
it can like get so much of the skyline in the reflection, that was the
reflection.
point of building it. Cloud Gate, everyone calls it the Bean too. No one calls it Cloud Gate. Or is Cloud Gate it's Cloud Gate, but what's the fountains next to it?
Buckingham Fountain.
No. That's
Oh, at Millennium Park.
yes. The
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, those are cool.
What is it called?
I don't know.
I can't
My
figure out
kids
the
go,
name.
but
But those fountains, I would say, are actually underrated. You don't really hear people talk about a lot. There are a lot of people that go there with their kids in the summer and they're splashing around, right? And it has faces of like 1,000 or something Chicagoans on there.
yeah,
I forgot.
it's cool.
It's called Crown. Is it Crown Fountain? Maybe
We should know this.
we should probably know this. But that's just goes to show you when you actually live here, you don't go to
I know,
the
and I
tourist
hate
things.
that because, I say to, my husband at times, I'm like, we live 20 minutes from downtown. Like, we've got to make the most of this city. Who knows how long we'll be here? Mm-hmm. Let's go get dinner at Gene and Giorgetti's and go to a show. Let's take
Go to
advantage.
Chicago Theater.
Yeah, Chicago Theater. Let's take advantage of all of the street festivals. I know that it can be exhausting, especially if you're dragging kids around and all the things, but when you don't live here, those are the things that I would miss. If I was a transplant in a new city, you can guarantee that I'd be doing all of those things. Mm-hmm. So, we just get comfortable and spoiled, frankly.
All right, I'm gonna ask you. This might be a little controversial, but I'm sure people would love to chime in on this. What would you say is an overrated neighborhood and one that's very underrated? I have mine for underrated. I think I have mine for both, but I'm going to ask you first.
Overrated. Gold Coast.
Why do you say that? People love the Gold Coast. I love the Gold Coast, but
I love the Gold Coast too, but it's expensive. It's crowded. There's very little green space.
You're close to the lake, though.
You are, yeah. There's great things about it.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. The traffic is terrible unless you're on foot, and even then, it's still busy. I'm just less of a concrete jungle kind of girl.
Makes sense.
I like areas that have a lot of character as opposed to mainstream big commercial spaces and brands that we're, already familiar with. But you're right. It's close to the lake. It's well taken care of. It's a beautiful area. It's just, yeah.
I don't know. I would say for my overrated, I'm going back and forth, but people are going to probably hate too, but I would say River North maybe is for
Oh, that's a good one.
a little overrated. And it's a great location. Don't get me wrong. There's some great high rises, but it's congested. It's a lot of tourism, which is fine. We love tourists, right? We're not knocking on tourists, but in terms of like living here or how much people talk about a certain area, like I feel like River North I don't know. I just feel like there's not as many pros to living there as another area. Like you said, the concrete jungle aspect of it. That one I would say is probably my top choice for now. But underrated, I would say probably Avondale.
Okay. Why?
I feel like it's just been growing for the last 5-10 years, especially. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of construction going on there. Its location is great because you're very close to the Kennedy. You're close to the Blue Line, right? There's some very unique businesses there. There's that that bowling alley, Avondale Bowl, right? There's just some really unique things about it, and it's not as busy and crowded as some of the downtown areas. Now, if that's what you want, like, listen, Chicago has everything, has something for everyone. And if you're new to the city and you want everything about downtown, right? Gold Coast is great. River North is great. There's so much to do. There's so many great restaurants. But if you aren't as big of a fan of the crowds, that's why I think it's just most people would say the underrated neighborhoods are further out from downtown, right? Like Rogers Park, I know a lot of people would say is probably underrated, or Edgewater. But what would you say is your underrated?
It's popular, but I oftentimes have clients that say, I'm not sure, is Bucktown.
Why is that?
Because it gives a little something for everyone. It has green space. It has parks. It has the 606. Cuts right through it.
Yeah.
It's got Armitage Avenue with some really nice restaurants as they stretch into Logan Square. You've got the Damon Strip right as it cuts from the Six Corners. You've got condo availability, newer construction options, and then good schools, and a lot of just like beautiful, quiet residential streets.
Yeah.
I loved living in
I feel like it's
Bucktown.
overshadowed by Wicker Park too.
Yeah, but
I mean, I lived in Wicker Park, and it just seemed like Bucktown was the quieter of the two.
Yeah,
There's way more going on in Wicker Park. But that's, to each their own, I always say. It's just,
yeah, you've got the buses, you've got the, North Avenue Blue Line, you've got the Western Blue Line. It's all right there. Yeah, I just there's nothing that would dissuade me from encouraging a client not to live in Bucktown.
What about corridors? I have one that I would say is underrated, and I realized this just like last week or two.
How do you define a corridor?
If people call it a corridor, I don't know.
Okay.
A corridor is a stretch of a street, maybe like anywhere from like 2 to 4 blocks, right? We'll say up to half a mile, that is known for shopping and retail and restaurants and that sort of thing, right?
Okay.
So we got Southport Corridor, Roscoe Village, West Loop, Randolph Row, or Restaurant Row on Randolph. The one I would say is underrated though is Armitage corridor. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Restaurant row number 2.
Is that what? Where?
Oh,
no,
you're
I'm
talking
about
Lincoln Park.
Yeah, I'm talking between
All the way from Halstead to Racine.
Racine, more so Sheffield, but Racine, sure. There's a few more, but granted, I used to live on this corridor, but I just think it is such a beautiful stretch. It's the architecture is incredible.
The shop fronts are gorgeous.
And as a guy, like there's so many boutique stores for men along there, right? You have State and Liberty, which I'm a big fan of, Bonobos. There's a Thai bar, Mugsy Jeans, which are
my
big
shoe
too.
Cobbler that I will drive however long it takes me. The Village Cobbler is there. They can fix everything.
Yeah, but like if I'm gonna go shopping somewhere for myself, right? That's one of my top destinations. I go there often, and I was like, and then you go to like Summer House for food after.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Artifact is the cutest boutique that has something for every genre.
Yeah. Although now there's an Abercrombie on there. I was like,
Are we back to Abercrombie now?
I mean, has it jumped when you have an Abercrombie?
I guess I'm a little partial to Southport corridor just because I lived there.
Would you say it's overrated or underrated? Just rated?
Just rated. Yeah. I don't think that I would say it's overrated because it's not. Every time I'm there, I love it.
Yeah.
And I lived there almost 20 years ago when there was a Dairy Queen, an Einstein Bagel, and a Pinky's Nail Salon. Oh, raw sushi.
There's an Einstein Bagel on Southport corridor, or is it the one on Clark?
No, on Southport.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I lived right behind the schoolyard, which RIP to the schoolyard. That was an Illini bar.
Yes.
Absolutely. Like best
Mystic
happy
Celt.
hour. Mystic Celt, Justin's.
Yeah, so many over there. Now you have a J. Crew.
Yeah. See, those things weren't there before.
The Amazon left, didn't they?
I don't know. But I loved it even when I was a brand new to the city young professional. It was still so fun living there. And then now as years have gone by, I can bring my kids there. We can all have fun. We can do girls' nights and dinners there, date nights. I mean,
I love Southport corridor.
If I park my car underneath the L, I can hit 5 or 6 different shops without having to get back into my car and get the majority of my errands done. Yeah. So I'm not saying that it's overrated, and it's definitely not underrated.
It's definitely not underrated. So. Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's overrated either. I love Southport corridor. I saw a reel not too long ago where someone was like, this hidden gem of Southport corridor. And
there's a gem within Southport corridor?
No. He was saying Southport corridor is a hidden gem in Chicago.
No, it's not.
I was like, no. What are you talking about? Yeah. I was like, is that why the real estate is so expensive there? Because no one knows about it? I think that's the opposite.